Gaffer, we're down to the final 3 games now and we're going off to Airdrie tomorrow. What are your thoughts ahead of it and how's preparation been?
Yeah, preparation's been okay. Andy and the rest of the staff have done most of that this week, with myself being in Belgium and another part of the pro licence. So yeah, I was in amongst it today. But the players have prepared really well. We're looking forward to the game. Airdrie have turned a corner in the last few months. Some really good performances from them, some really good results. Reece will have the players really fired up for tomorrow, so we have to be wary of that. But we're going there for one thing, and that's picking up 3 points. Airdrie need to win games. They're in a precarious position at the moment, so they know the importance of the game, but so do we. We're still fighting to try and get that 4th position. It's still in our hands. We can still get there, so we have to put everything into these next 3 games to make sure we give it everything, and if we don't get there, then it wasn't for the lack of trying.
Of course, you will say that our main focus is on ourselves, but you mentioned there the situation that Airdrie are in. How do you prepare the boys coming up against a team that are high in confidence right now because on such a good run?
The same as every other game, we have to prepare properly. We've analysed them, we know where our strengths are, we know where our weaknesses are, and it's up to the 11 players that get the jersey for tomorrow to go and take our game plan into action and try and nullify as best we can Airdrie's threats. They're a very good passing team, whether that's from the back or going over the top. They've got willing runners, so they can mix it up. And we have to be wary of that. Watching the last few games, they like to at times defend with a 5 and attack with a 5, and really condense the game. So listen, I don't really want to speak too much in Airdrie because it's about Morton, it's about us. But we have to give Airdrie the respect. Like you said, they are in a good run. They've turned a corner in the last few months. They've got confidence again, and they're pulling off some very good results. But the main thing for us is they have to come and try and win the game because of the position, and so we have to be wary of that. But we can also hurt them then on the counter, and if we can do that, then we'll make it a little bit easier for ourselves. But if we allow Airdrie to dictate the play the way we allowed Livingston last week, and certainly in the first half, then we'll be in for a tough game.
And of course, last time out at Airdrie it was a game of 2 halves really, and unfortunate not to come away with more than a point from it. Have you looked back on that much coming into this one?
Not really, but I understand, and the game still is etched in my head. The goal that they score, the penalty's offside. We don't get that decision. We score 2 very good goals ourselves, and then we don't deal with a nameless ball into our box. And it's not always necessarily the first contact, it could be the second, the third, and we didn't deal with any of them. And to be fair to them, they score a good goal from their point of view, but we concede a really poor goal from our part.
And we've seen on so many occasions this season the squad's ability to perform to compete with every team in this league, and we saw that again last week, albeit it was just the second half really. But how important is it going to be to try and replicate that tomorrow and see that reaction from the players again? 100%,
but again, Gareth, I know that's in there. I've seen it a lot of times this season, but we can't just play 45 minutes, whether that's first half, second half, whatever half we decide to turn up. We have to be there for 90 minutes, and like I said, for large parts of the second half, we made a very good Livingston team look average, because we were at it, we were up in second balls, we were committing bodies forward, we were getting into the right areas that we asked them to get into, and on another day we could have, like I say, got a point because Jordan Davis's goals wrongly chopped off for offside. He was onside. Cammy Ballantyne's got a great chance at the back post. Tommy Adloy's got a good chance. Ali Crawford makes the keeper make a wonder save. So again, the second half performance was everything I look for from a 90-minute performance, and like I say, if we can bring that all together tomorrow, then we give ourselves a great opportunity to win the game.
And just finally, how's the squad shaping up for tomorrow?
Yeah, there's some concerns at the moment, but we'll have to leave that right up until the last minute and see what team we choose to go with and what players are available. But listen, that's the nature of management. You have to at times go with what you think's best and deal with situations. So yeah, I'll deal with the situation as best I can come 1:45 tomorrow. But like I say, we do have some knocks and bruises to deal with. But yeah, like I say, good news is Ian Wilson's back into the frame. Tomorrow he's back within the squad. So that's a boost for the team, because we've certainly missed Ian Wilson the last 2 months, but like I say, there's been 1 or 2 really good performances from the group in his absence. So I've got that dilemma to deal with tomorrow as well. Seeing the big man back, he's trained all week, no reaction. So it's positive news for us and also for Ian.